Chapter 326. Below, there are thousands of black-clothed men coming to the western suburbs of Cloud and Mist City. These black-clothed men, like the black-clothed man who arranged the array, are mostly returning Origin Realm Middle and High-Rank Cultivation Base. Of course, there are black-clothed man of Earth Fiend Realm Cultivation Base and black-clothed man of Heavenly Dipper Realm Cultivation Base. The first black-clothed man is wearing a cat head mask, and on the side of the cat head mask, there is a black-clothed man with a centipede mask. 2 Heavenly Dipper Realm High-Rank Demon Dao Martial Artist? Li Fuchen frowned. He is amazing and can easily sense the cultivation base of the cat head mask and the centipede mask. The cat head mask is a Heavenly Dipper Realm 8th layer cultivation base, and the centipede mask cultivation base is as high as Heavenly Dipper Realm 9th layer. However, I don't know if it is an illusion. Li Fuchen thinks that the cat head mask is stronger than the centipede mask, and it is not a little stronger. 2 Heavenly Dipper Realm high ranks, the situation is not good. Li Fuchen brows wrinkled. The strength of this wave of Demon Dao forces is much stronger than imagined. Unless the 7th District's Azure Billow sect people are gathered, they are sure to compete and even repel them. Surround Cloud and Mist City. Cat Head Mask waved his hand and ordered many black-clothed men. Whiz whiz. Thousands of black-clothed men are divided into 2 batches, one left and one right, and begin to surround the entire Cloud and Mist City. After half an hour, Li Fuchen heard the sound of panic in Cloud and Mist City. More than 10 miles away, 9 figures flew through the air. 1 hour is enough for Azure Billow Sect Inner Sect Elder to arrive at Cloud and Mist City from Golden Cloud City. There are 9 Inner Sect Elder people who came. Like Zhao, Elder Mao Qiuhai cultivated the 10,000 Swords Return to Origin secret technique. He thought he had the confidence to solve the crisis of Peaceful Village City, so he only brought 5 Inner Sect Elder. The Inner Sect Elder is called Lin Kuan, Heavenly Dipper Realm 8th Layer Cultivation Base. When he saw thousands of black-clothed men surrounded Cloud and Mist City, he knew that this is the real purpose of Demon Dao forces. Peaceful Village City is just a cover. Without hesitation, Lin Kuan crushed the token, but he knew very well that the next 1 or 2 hours could only rely on himself. If Elder Mao wants to come here from Peaceful Village City, it will take at least an hour and a half. Thief, how dare you! Lin Kuan shouted and waved his sword from 7 or 8 miles away. Endless sword chi swept towards the black-clothed men like a storm. In an instant, at least 20 black-clothed men were cut into pieces. So fast. Cat Head Mask's eyes showed a strange color. Qian Zhu, go block them. Cat Head Mask people on the side of the centipede mask. No problem. The centipede mask man with a group of Heavenly Dipper Realm Cultivation Base black-clothed man flew out, intercepting Lin Kuan and other 9 Inner Sect Elders. Elder Qin, Elder Su, let's go down too. Li Fuchen didn't care if the 2 agreed or not, and ordered the giant scythe vicious bird to fly down. The speed of the giant scythe vicious bird is so fast that most of the Heavenly Dipper Realm middle rank martial artists are not as fast as it is. Only the Heavenly Dipper Realm high rank martial artists can compete with it. Swoosh! The sharp sound of breaking the air sounded, and the giant scythe vicious bird was like a cannonball, the wings folded, and the sharp claws took advantage of the downward momentum and grabbed the black-clothed man of a Heavenly Dipper Realm low-rank cultivation base. The black-clothed man was shocked, and the night was thick. Even if he was a Heavenly Dipper Realm martial artist, if he was not intentional, it was difficult to detect the movement in the sky. Caught off guard, he didn't have time to accumulate chi, and he took a breath of true spirit and punched the claws of the giant scythe vicious bird. The loud noise broke out, and the Heavenly Dipper Realm low-rank cultivation base black-clothed man vomited a mouthful of blood, and the body fell down. Giant Scythe Vicious Bird is a level 4 low-rank monster beast. Under normal circumstances, it is better than the Heavenly Dipper Realm low-rank martial artist, plus the situation of occupying the first opportunity. A claw hurt the black-clothed man. But this is not over. Just at the moment when the black-clothed man fell, 2 figures swept out from the back of the giant scythe vicious bird, one left and one right, holding a treasure sword, and instantly opened the body of the black-clothed man. These two figures are naturally Qin Ming and Su Chang. Looking at this scene in the eyes, the cat head mask flashed in the eyes, and the figure rushed out toward the two. It's Elder Qin Ming and Elder Su Chang. It's not good. This cat head mask is definitely very strong. Elder Qin Ming and Elder Su Chang are mostly not opponents. Lin Kuan forced the centipede mask man with a sword, loudly said, "Elder Qin, Elder Su, let's change the opponent." Said, Lin Kuan stopped the cat head mask. Qin Ming and Su Chang also flashed and stopped the centipede mask who wanted to attack Lin Kuan from behind. Court death. The cat head mask has a steel claw on his hand, and the steel claw is waved, and countless claws burst out, covering Lin Kuan. Lin Kuan laughed and dealt with the cat head mask. Demon Dao martial artist makes rapid progress in the early stage, and the strength is extremely strong, but when it comes to the Heavenly Dipper realm cultivation base, the advantage of Demon Dao martial artist is not very big. Elder Qin and Elder Su should be able to compete with the centipede mask, but Elder Lin Kuan is mostly not the cat head mask. Although Li Fuchen has not reached the Heavenly Dipper realm, his consciousness is stronger than most shedding body realm martial artist, and he can naturally see at a glance who is strong and whose aura is dangerous. In his eyes, the cat head mask is the most dangerous, and Elder Lin Kuan is similar to the centipede mask. Kill some Heavenly Dipper realm cultivation-based Demon Dao martial artist first. On Li Fuchen's side, including himself, there are 12 Heavenly Dipper realm combat strength, and on the Demon Dao martial artist side, there are 15 Heavenly Dipper realm combat strength, excluding one that was just killed, there are 14, occupying the absolute advantage. Go. Squatting on the back of the giant scythe vicious bird, Li Fuchen ordered the giant scythe vicious bird to fly to the nearest Heavenly Dipper realm low-rank cultivation base black-clothed man. Morning Soul Spear. The black-clothed man holds a bloody long spear, and a spear pierces, and a spiral spear mark appears in the void. Ding! Giant scythe vicious bird swung its claws to block the bloody long spear. Extreme burning flame. A figure from the back of the giant scythe vicious bird soared into the sky. The next moment, the dazzling hot sword chi, as if to burn the void, shot to the black-clothed man. Not good. The black-clothed man didn't notice that there was someone on the back of the giant scythe vicious bird, mainly because Li Fuchen hid too deep, and there was no aura. After the soul was promoted to the blue level, Li Fuchen's ability to hide the aura became more and more terrifying. As long as he was willing, Heavenly Dipper realm high-rank martial artist would not be able to detect his aura. 18th layer Burning Heaven True Merit Revolved, Pure Yang Astral Chi Inspired, Black Iron Sword Essence Inspired, Burning Heaven Sword Technique displayed. In addition to Bronze Sword Essence, Li Fuchen has come up with all the strength to kill the black-clothed man with a sword. The black-clothed man opened his eyes and took out a short sword from his waist and greeted Li Fuchen. When the short sword was shot, the black-clothed man spurted blood and retreated, and was seriously injured in an instant. Not dead? Li Fuchen has some surprises. His sword is stronger than the battle with Situ Lei. Although he does not use the strength of Bronze Sword Essence now, Burning Heaven True Merit has broken through to the 18th layer. Giant Scythe Vicious Bird is fierce, wings flapping, claws like 10 swords, staggered to the black-clothed man. Li Fuchen and Giant Scythe Vicious Bird are perfect, raised the sword and killed the past. The black-clothed man, who was seriously injured, was the opponent of Li Fuchen and Giant Scythe Vicious Bird. First, he was pierced by Giant Scythe Vicious Bird with a claw, and then his head was cut off by Li Fuchen. One hit was successful. One man and one beast rushed toward another black-clothed man. The black-clothed man was shocked. How could he not see that Li Fuchen and Giant Scythe Vicious Bird were extremely fierce? One-on-one he did not have the confidence to win, let alone 1 versus 2. I will help you. Just then, a black-clothed man took out his hand and rushed to this side. 1 person to 1. Although there are 2 black-clothed men, Li Fuchen is not afraid, but looking at Giant Scythe Vicious Bird, it seems very excited. Monster Beast is always a monster beast. Even if the monster chi in the body is transformed into spiritual chi, it only weakens its fierceness, and the desire to fight from the instinct cannot be completely destroyed. It's Li Fuchen, great, this battle, we may not lose. Other inner sect elder faces are happy. They have made plans to fail and retreat, but the arrival of Li Fuchen and other 3 people and a beast has raised their hopes. Qin Ming and Su Chang are Heavenly Dipper Realm middle rank cultivation base, Giant Scythe Vicious Bird is level 4 low rank spirit beast, and Li Fuchen also has Heavenly Dipper Realm combat strength, which is definitely a weak strength, enough to reverse the battlefield balance. Moreover, they only have to hold on until Elder Mao arrives. At that time, with the strength of Elder Mao, it is enough to suppress the whole audience. Peng ping ping ping. 3 people and 1 beast, killing together. Giant Scythe Vicious Bird's eyes are red at this moment, and the strength of the outbreak is extremely strong, and it instantly suppresses the black-clothed man. On Li Fuchen's side, the black-clothed man is also complaining. Li Fuchen's consciousness is too strong, and his shooting angle is completely penetrated by the other party. 1 move at a time, it seems to be feeding a move, very awkward. Burning heaven destroying earth. After a few strokes, Li Fuchen has already figured out the other side's path, and burning heaven sword technique unique move burning heaven destroying earth is displayed. The black-clothed man is shocked. In the line of sight, a hot and dazzling sword chi, like a comet falling to the ground, crazy impact, he wants to dodge, but found that no matter from which angle to dodge, he can't dodge, the only thing he can do is to resist. The chi strength explodes, and the heat wave is turbulent. The black-clothed man's arms are scorched black, and the clothes on his chest are tattered. What about people? The black-clothed man glanced and found no trace of Li Fuchen. Dead. Just then, a figure fell from the sky, and a sword ran through the body of the black-clothed man. Puff, even the blood did not splash out. The black-clothed man was directly split in half and fell to the ground. Very strong strength. Including Lin Kuan, the rest of the Azure Billow sect inner sect elder are shocked. Even though they know that Li Fuchen has the strength to compete with Heavenly Dipper Realm low-rank martial artist, the competition is not the same as killing, and the 2 are a level apart. Where do they know that Burning Heaven True Merit has broken through to the 18th layer realm? Li Fuchen's true spirit is not inferior to Heavenly Dipper Realm first layer martial artist, and with the help of Black Iron Sword essence, the basic strength is not inferior to the black-clothed man. But where does the black-clothed man have Li Fuchen's martial arts sword technique realm? It is completely crushed. Brat Court death. 3 Heavenly Dipper Realm combat strength died at once, and the black-clothed man was anxious. A black-clothed man of Heavenly Dipper Realm middle rank cultivation base forced his opponent. The figure flashed and rushed to Li Fuchen. With his strength, he was confident that he could kill Li Fuchen within a few strokes. Not good. Qin Ming and Su Chang big shock. They are here to protect Li Fuchen. If Li Fuchen is killed, they are hard to blame. One to pull out dream. The centipede mask man entangled the 2 and did not give them a chance to escape. It's not appropriate to expose the strength here, let's go away. Li Fuchen quickly retreated and disappeared into the night. Where to go? Chapter 327. Heavenly Dipper Realm Cultivation Base, although it cannot be described as a layer of heaven and earth, but the gap is also great. Star List Great Competition. Sidu Lei's strength belongs to the Heavenly Dipper Realm second layer level, and Li Fuchen's exposed strength is also the Heavenly Dipper Realm second layer. Now with the breakthrough of Burning Heaven True Merit, with Burning Heaven Sword technique reaching the reaching peak realm, Li Fuchen's strength has already reached or even exceeded the Heavenly Dipper Realm third layer level, which is still not counting Bronze Sword essence. The black-clothed man who chased him was Heavenly Dipper Realm fifth layer. On the bright side, the strength undoubtedly crushed Li Fuchen. The 2 men chased and fled, and soon they were more than 100 miles away. Kid, go to hell, Black Fiend mad slash. Black-clothed man broke out with countless black chi flows. Black chi flows turned into a sharp blade, madly slashing towards Li Fuchen. Burning the firmament. In the face of the black-clothed man's overbearing evil trick, Li Fuchen turned around and waved his sword. What? Like the rising sun, the dazzling sword glow shines on the void, accompanied by endless hot fire glow. crackle and rattle. The black blade collided with the dazzling sword glow, and Li Fuchen's sword glow was broken clean. The residual force suddenly rushed to Li Fuchen. Worthy is Heavenly Dipper Realm 5th Layer Martial Artist. Li Fuchen wore level 5 Monster Beast leather armor and was not injured. The strength is so strong, almost reached the threshold of Heavenly Dipper Realm 4th Layer. Black-clothed man frowned, and immediately a killing intent broke out. The talent potential of the other party is too strong. It is worthy of being the strongest first king star in Eastern Lean Continent for hundreds of years. Killing such a Heaven's Chosen should increase his luck. Split soul cut. The right hand is straight like a knife, the black-clothed man's black chi flows wildly, and between the lightning, it turns into a black blade covered with magic mark. What? The right hand is chopped down, and the black blade seems to cut through the void, heading for Li Fuchen. The power of this cut, even if it is the same Heavenly Dipper Realm 5th Layer Cultivation base martial artist, must temporarily avoid the edge. Black-clothed man does not believe that Li Fuchen can retreat. It seems that I have to use the power of Bronze Sword Essence. During this time, Li Fuchen has been working hard, and the whole body bones have been 60% engraved with Bronze Sword Mark. On the contrary, the Black Iron Sword Mark is only 40%. Otherwise, Li Fuchen's apparent strength would be even higher. But on the contrary, Li Fuchen's hidden strength wasn't just one level stronger. In his body, the Bronze Sword Mark lit up, a large amount of pure yang astral chi transformed into Bronze Sword Chi. Immediately after, the Bronze Sword Chi flowed along his meridians and poured into the mysterious light sword. The mysterious light sword changed from its original silver color to a layer of bronze, as if it had become a bronze sword. At this moment, Li Fuchen does not need to hide his strength, so there is no need to mix Black Iron Sword Chi. Extreme scorching flames. With a wave of the bronze-dyed dark light sword, a sword light burning with bronze flames shot out. The speed of this sword was indescribable, because this sword was like an aurora. The moment it appeared, it was already too late. Danger! The black-robed man's hair stood on end. At this moment he felt the aura of death. Reality proved that his feelings were not wrong, because when this sword was unleashed, it was the moment of his death. Bronze Sword Essence, how terrifying! The complete Bronze Sword Essence, but the top 6-star secret technique, superimposed with pure yang astral chi, absolutely reached the threshold of 7-star secret technique. Although Li Fuchen only engraved 60% of the Bronze Sword Mark, it is almost the level of perfection 5-star secret technique, superimposed with pure yang astral chi, not inferior to 6-star secret technique. What is the concept of 6-star secret technique? This is several times more powerful than 10,000 swords returned to origin. A sword out, the black-robed man even blocked the action, the body protecting true chi was penetrated, and the chest was penetrated. The next moment, the bronze flame broke out, and the whole person turned into flying ash. Even the storage pouch on the body was burned into flying ash, making Li Fuchen a pity. Killing the black-robed man, Li Fuchen turned and flew towards the battlefield. On the battlefield, the situation has changed dramatically. Lin Kuan's lower abdomen was scratched by the cat head mask, and the injury was not light. Obviously, the successive deaths and injuries of Demon Dao martial artist have made the cat head mask angry. Qin Ming and Su Chang, worried about the situation and worried about Li Fuchen's life and death, for a time, the state was extremely bad, almost killed by the centipede mask, incomparable. Someone is back. In the night, a figure came through the air. Everyone looked at it. It's Li Fuchen. Qin Ming and Su Chang overjoyed. Also shocked. Li Fuchen came back, but the black-robed man didn't come back, which is enough to explain the problem. Maybe he has some terrifying life-saving item on him, which should be given by the first odd martial artist. Azure Billow Sect Inner Sect Elders secretly thought. Li Fuchen, as the first odd martial artist direct disciple, can't have any rewards. I knew that this child has such a terrible life-saving item, we don't need to worry so much. Qin Ming said with a smile. Su Chang said, I am not afraid of accidents, in case, life-saving items also take time to activate. Do you two think I don't exist? The centipede mask man was a killer, and Qin Ming and Su Chong had no power to fight back. Fortunately, the two can come out to protect Li Fuchen, and naturally have unique skills. This ability is a joint attack technique. Once the two join forces to perform the joint attack technique, it is enough to compete with the ordinary Heavenly Dipper Realm 7th or 8th layer martial artist. Although it is not a centipede mask, it can still support a period of time. Coming to the battlefield, Li Fuchen quickly locked a black-robed man and killed the past. At the same time, the opponent of the black-robed man, an Azure Billow Sect Inner Sect Elder, came out to help others. He is not worried about Li Fuchen is not an opponent. The black-robed man is only Heavenly Dipper Realm low-rank cultivation base. Less than 10 swords, Li Fuchen killed the black-robed man of the Heavenly Dipper Realm 2nd layer cultivation base. As a result of the 15 Heavenly Dipper Realm cultivation base Demon Dao martial artist, 6 have died, leaving only 9 people, in terms of numbers, at an absolute disadvantage. Elder Lin, we will help you. 2 Heavenly Dipper Realm 6th layer cultivation base Azure Billow Sect Inner Sect Elder, teaming up to kill the Cat Head Mask. Under the joint efforts of the 3, the Cat Head Mask has no way for a while. Since you are courting death, don't blame me. Cat Head Mask. The man took out a blood-colored bead, and a bloody strength poured into the body. Cat Head Mask whispered, "Blood God Thorn." Hey! A bloody ribbons, Lin Kuan's shoulder was pierced, and the flesh and blood dried up. No, this is the power of Blood Dao. Lin Kuan turned white and quickly reminded the other two. The power of Blood Dao is very overbearing, and it is the power produced by absorbing the essence of blood. All the blood-sucking cultivation technique is basically a Blood Dao cultivation technique. Late. Cat Head Mask. The man smiled, the bloody light broke out, and suddenly flew Lin Kuan and 2 other Azure Billow Sect Inner Sect Elder. In fact, he is not willing to forcibly use the power of the Million Blood Bead. Every time he uses the power of the Million Blood Bead, it is a burden on his body. After all, the lowest level Million Blood Bead must absorb the blood of 10,000 martial artists. The power of Blood Dao contained in it is very heterogeneous and overbearing, and it is mixed with countless chaotic will. It's too late. Li Fuchen's consciousness, always scanning the surrounding situation, Elder Lin Kuan, the situation there, naturally cannot escape his eyes. Bronze sword essence can't be used in the open, but you can use the power of martial mark. The first odd martial artist engraved an earth-level martial mark on his right wrist. Li Fuchen has not used it yet, and this is just an opportunity. The idea flashed. Li Fuchen revolved black iron sword qi, poured into the right wrist martial mark. This is a sword-shaped martial mark. The lines are straight like a dragon. Just look at it, it gives people a sense of endless sharpness. As the black iron sword qi poured into the sword-shaped martial mark, the sword-shaped martial mark suddenly emitted a sharp and misty light. A thought came into the mind. Clear sky sword art. Hey 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 hey. Li Fuchen couldn't help but wave the profound light sword, and the next moment, countless glowing sword glow burst out. In the void, there is an invisible domain. The domain is spherical and covers 2 black-clothed men. One is Heavenly Dipper Realm 3rd layer cultivation base, and the other is Heavenly Dipper Realm 4th layer cultivation base. Poo poo poo. Qinghui sword glow flashed, and 2 black-clothed men were instantly smashed into pieces. Is this the power of the earth-level sword technique? Li Fuchen is a little shocked. The power of this sword, even if it is not as good as the power of the bronze sword essence before, is almost the same, enough to kill Heavenly Dipper Realm 5th layer martial artist. And his cultivation base is only Earth Fiend Realm 8th layer apex. Of course, this is mainly the increase of black iron sword essence, otherwise, the power will drop by a level. This sword not only shocked Li Fuchen, but also shocked the rest. These people finally know why Li Fuchen can kill the black-clothed man of the Heavenly Dipper Realm 5th layer cultivation base who chased him before. It turned out that the first odd martial artist engraved martial mark on him, and it was the Earth-level martial mark. To know that the Earth-level martial mark corresponds to the Earth-level martial art, even if Li Fuchen can only play a part of the power, it is enough to dominate the battlefield. The reason why it is determined to be the Earth-level martial mark is mainly because the charm of Li Fuchen's sword has exceeded the level of profound level top-rank sword technique, and it is accompanied by the power of domain. Azure Billow sect, there is no such level of sword technique. This child is really a heaven's chosen. Azure Billow sect inner sect elder, both shocked and envious. If they are also engraved with the Earth-level martial mark, not to mention Heavenly Dipper Realm Invincible, at least Heavenly Dipper Realm Apex level strength. A sword killed 2 black-clothed man. At this moment, the number of black-clothed man sharply reduced to 7 people. Next, Li Fuchen killed 2 more people, black-clothed man only 5 people. You all go to help Elder Lin Kuan. Li Fuchen said. Good. In addition to the cat head mask and the centipede mask, the remaining 3 black-clothed men are no longer a concern. I believe that Li Fuchen should be able to deal with, so except for the giant scythe vicious bird, the rest of the inner sect elder, all rushed to the cat head mask. Cat head mask, the face is very ugly. Before coming to Cloud and Mist City, he never thought that the one who destroyed his plan was not a Heavenly Dipper Realm martial artist, but a junior of the Earth Fiend Realm 8th layer Apex Cultivation base. This is an irony. Since you want to die, let me die. Cat head mask, the man is not afraid. Blood Dao power breaks out uncontrollably with one enemy. It's really strong enough. Li Fuchen withdrew his gaze and looked at the 3 black-clothed man. Chapter 328. There is also a centipede mask man forgot to write, it has been changed. 3 black-clothed man, 1 Heavenly Dipper Realm 5th layer, 2 Heavenly Dipper Realm 4th layer, as for those below Heavenly Dipper Realm 4th layer, basically killed by Li Fuchen. This was mainly because everyone didn't pay much attention to Li Fuchen. After paying attention to Li Fuchen used the ability of Earth-level martial mark. Otherwise, it wouldn't be so easy for Li Fuchen to kill so many Heaven Dipper Realm martial artists. The Earth-level martial mark on this child is very powerful, but it should not be infinite. Try to delay the time, and then kill it in one fell swoop. The black-clothed man who reached the Heavenly Dipper Realm 5th layer sent a sound transmission to the other 2 black-clothed men. Go! It's just Li Fuchen's move that makes the 3 very surprised. Jumping on the back of Giant Scythe Vicious Bird, Li Fuchen ordered Giant Scythe Vicious Bird to stay away from the battlefield. He wants to leave. Don't let him escape. Li Fuchen's escape made the 3 more convinced that Li Fuchen's Earth-level martial mark could not be used many times. The 3 of them hung far behind Li Fuchen, neither close nor far away, and would occasionally use their chi forces to attack Li Fuchen from afar. It was a pity that the 3 of them did not know that Li Fuchen fled in the face of battle, not because the Earth-level martial mark could not be used many times. Of course, the main reason was still the Earth-level martial markings. The power of the Earth-level martial mark is too powerful. The Black Iron Sword Chi is already so powerful. If it is poured into the Bronze Sword Chi, it can definitely compete with the Heavenly Dipper Realm high-rank martial artist. But every time the Earth-level martial mark was activated, it would be consumed. Li Fuchen did not think of consuming this trump card so quickly. So he planned to kill 3 people with the power of the Bronze Sword Essence. After all, the power of the Bronze Sword Essence is infinite. After traveling over 100 miles away from the battlefield, Li Fuchen finally stopped. You're not running anymore? The leader frowned. He had a bad feeling about this. Why do you want to escape? Li Fuchen turned around. Attack! The leader of the black-clothed men didn't say anything and launched an attack from a distance. The other 2 black-clothed men also followed up with chi power and attacked Li Fuchen from a few miles away. Li Fuchen's strength was stimulated by external forces and his chi wasn't that dense. As long as he exhausted his opponent's chi, it would be enough to kill him. The trio's wishful thinking was great, but Li Fuchen wasn't a fool either. Charge forward. Li Fuchen ordered the giant scythe vicious bird. With a distance of a few miles, Li Fuchen would only be able to injure 3 individuals and wouldn't be able to kill them. After all, Li Fuchen didn't intend to reveal a stronger trump card. The speed of the giant scythe vicious bird is so fast that it exceeds most of the Heavenly Dipper Realm middle rank martial artists. Under the rush, it quickly approached the 3. The bad premonition in the hearts of the three people is getting stronger and stronger. While retreating, he madly attacks, but this time the target of attack is not Li Fuchen, but the giant scythe vicious bird under Li Fuchen's feet. As long as the giant scythe vicious bird is killed, Li Fuchen's speed is not a concern. Crackle! Pouring the bronze sword chi into the profound light sword, Li Fuchen brandished the sword with all his strength. The dazzling bronze sword light was like the sun shining, easily breaking the trio's attack, and at this time, Li Fuchen was less than 2 miles away from the trio. Retreat! The three black-robed men stopped attacking and turned around to flee desperately. They didn't intend to go head-to-head with Li Fuchen, they just wanted to exhaust Li Fuchen's chi. Just before they forgot the existence of the giant scythe vicious bird. Dead! The speed of the giant scythe vicious bird is getting faster and faster. Li Fuchen, with this fast speed, slams his feet on the back of the giant scythe vicious bird, and the figure soars into the sky, quickly approaching the three people, and immediately, a unique skill burning heaven destroying earth in the burning heaven sword technique. Like a bronze comet falling to the ground, the dazzling majestic sword chi runs through the sky and the earth, and also runs through the three people's bodies. Like a burst of green smoke, the three people directly turned into flying ash. 6-star secret technique is too strong. With the burning heaven sword technique at the peak of perfection, let me kill the enemy 4 levels. On the quality of true spirit, Li Fuchen is actually the heavenly dipper realm first layer level. The three people not only ignore the existence of the giant scythe vicious bird, but also ignore Li Fuchen's basic strength, otherwise they will not die so fast. Hey, there's a storage pouch. In the night, Li Fuchen saw a storage pouch falling. Reaching out, the storage pouch was sucked over. This storage pouch is obviously very high level, covered with mysterious veined patterns. From the texture, the material of the storage pouch is also quite extraordinary. True spirit pours in and the storage pouch opens. There are a lot of medicinal herbs, gold coins, and some miscellaneous materials that look quite precious. In addition, there are more than a dozen bright stones exuding spirit chi fluctuations. This is a spirit stone? Li Fuchen's face showed joy. Spirit stone is born of heaven and earth, which contains extremely pure majestic heaven and earth spirit chi. Cultivation base to heavenly dipper realm, relying on heaven and earth origin chi cultivation, the speed will be very slow, only the root bone talent is very high, can quickly improve, the root bone is slightly worse, generally will stay in a certain realm for a long time, but if there is a spirit stone in hand, it can shorten this time. In the East Lean continent, a low-grade spirit stone is said to be auctioned for a sky-high price of tens of millions of gold coins, but there is no market. These dozen low-grade spirit stones are worth at least 100 million gold coins, maybe more. Of course, Li Fuchen will not sell these spirit stones. He also needs spirit stone to cultivate. Although the Earth Fiend Realm cultivation base, with spirit stone cultivation, is a great burden on the body, but Li Fuchen's true spirit quality, almost reached Heavenly Dipper Realm first layer, should be no problem. With these more than a dozen spirit stones, Li Fuchen has great confidence that he can break through to the Earth Fiend Realm 9th layer realm in a short time. What a pity! Li Fuchen secretly regretted that he couldn't get other people's storage pouch. If he knew that these people had spirit stones, Li Fuchen might have spent some effort and tried to keep the storage pouch. But what Li Fuchen didn't know was that not all Heaven Realm martial artists had spirit stones. In the Tsanglan sect, a low-level inner sect elder would only be given 1 low-grade spirit stone a year. A middle-level inner sect elder would be given 2 low-grade spirit stones a year. A high-level inner sect elder would be given 4 low-grade spirit stones a year. Normally, they wouldn't even have enough for themselves. Even if they were killed, they would only get 1 or 2 spirit stones that they didn't have enough time to use. With more than a dozen low-grade spirit stones, Li Fuchen is in a good mood, but it is not a happy time. The figure fell on the back of Giant Scythe Vicious Bird, and Giant Scythe Vicious Bird flew to the battlefield with Li Fuchen. On the battlefield, it has now reached a white-hot stage. The Centipede Mask Man did not know when to gather with the Cat Head Mask Man. The Cat Head Mask Man is bloody, like a bloody demon god, and the centipede mask man also blooms with a slightly dim bloody light, with the cat head mask man, the Great Battle Azure Billow Sect Inner Sect Elder. 11 Azure Billow Sect Inner Sect Elder, because of the sword technique, has a faint amplification effect. Under the mutual cooperation, the sword chi formed a sword net, airtight. Despite this, 11 people join forces, and it seems that some people can't suppress the cat head mask and the centipede mask. Too strong. Lin Kuan's shoulder and abdomen were injured, and he could only play 70% of his strength. The strength of the cat head mask made him cold. With this strength, I am afraid that Mao Qiuhai Elder came over, not necessarily the opponent. As soon as Li Fuchen rushed over, he joined the battle. However, Li Fuchen usually uses black iron sword essence, only at the critical moment, occasionally activating clear sky sword art. It's not a matter to spend like this. Glancing at the right wrist, Li Fuchen found that clear sky sword art martial mark has dimmed a little. It is not hard to imagine that once clear sky sword art martial mark disappears, it will never be used again. Go! Li Fuchen takes out a broken demon arrow. This broken demon arrow was given to him by Zhao Wei. Hey! Broken demon arrow flew to the weak centipede mask man. The centipede mask man was surrounded by many people, and his attention was a bit distracted, and he couldn't notice the broken demon arrow in time. When the broken demon arrow drilled into the body protecting true chi, he found out. Broken! The centipede mask man screamed, and the bloody light erupted, melting the broken demon arrow. Sure enough, Li Fuchen didn't have much surprise. Broken demon arrow has the effect of breaking true chi, but there are limits. The centipede mask man is a Heavenly Dipper Realm 9th layer cultivation base, plus external strength to increase strength. Broken demon arrow wants to work, almost impossible. I don't know how the earth level weapon fragment is. Li Fuchen is not reconciled, and the earth level weapon fragment that was obtained at the 100 battle territory was shot out. The effect of the earth level weapon fragment is better than that of the broken demon arrow, but under the centipede mask man's bloody light true chi, it is still blown out, useless. Hong hong. The longer it takes, the greater the disadvantage of Azure Billow Sect, and everyone can't suppress the cat head mask and the centipede mask. With the increase of external force, the strength of the two has increased too much. If it is not for Azure Billow Sect, everyone also has their own life-saving means or life-saving items. Maybe someone has been killed at this moment. All of you give me death. The cat head mask is also uncomfortable. In the Million Blood Bead, the majestic blood Dao power not only increases his strength, but also corrodes his body and will. At the beginning, he can play the strongest strength. Now, he can't perfectly control the body's blood Dao power, otherwise, he has already killed these people. Taking a deep breath, the cat head mask is full of blood Dao power within the body, and a huge blood-colored ball of light explodes, making everyone vomit blood and fly upside down. Especially a few Heavenly Dipper Realm low-rank cultivation base Azure Billow Sect Inner Sect Elder. The injury is quite serious, and the combat power is only 30% to 40%. Don't be so defeated. Everyone is quite unwilling. They have done their best, and there is Li Fuchen, the variable. However, the situation is still in an absolute disadvantage. Blood God Thorn. Cat head mask. The energy is highly concentrated, and a blood-colored ribbon slams out, piercing the chest of an Azure Billow Sect Inner Sect Elder. Suddenly, the Azure Billow Sect Inner Sect Elder died. This is the first Azure Billow Sect Inner Sect Elder to die so far. Damn. An Inner Sect Elder roared through his right hand, and a black shiny metal ball flew out. Boom. The metal ball exploded, producing a power similar to the Heavenly Dipper Realm high-rank martial artist. This is the Heavenly Dipper Thunderbolt Sect's Heavenly Dipper Thunderbolt Bomb. He only has this one in his hand. It was originally a trump card. Chapter 329. Azure Billow Sword Array, Azure Billow Sword Slash. Azure Billow Sect Inner Sect Elder can persist to the present. In addition to life-saving means and life-saving items, the sword array is the biggest factor. All Sword Dao sect must have a sword array, and Azure Billow sect is no exception. This Azure Billow sword array requires 5 cultivation bases, and all of them practice Azure Billow sword art. If the cooperation is seamless, it is said that in Heavenly Dipper realm, you can cross 4 or 5 realms to deal with the enemy. Of course, it was easier said than done to be flawless. Among the Tsang Lan sect's inner sect elders, only the Tsang Lan 5 swords could match the Tsang Lan sword style to such a degree. The rest were far from it. At present, these 5 people, the cultivation base is uneven, the high is Heavenly Dipper realm 6th layer, the low is Heavenly Dipper realm 4th layer, and the innate imbalance, plus the cooperation is not perfect, so it can only barely hold the cat head mask, and it cannot be confronted. A dazzling sword brilliance broke through the air and went to the cat head mask, but under the full strength of the cat head mask, the gorgeous sword brilliance collapsed. Dead. Cat head mask. The power of Blood Dao broke out again and wanted to shake the sword array. Azure Billow sword array, Azure Billow sword shield. The 5 people moved quickly, and the sword glow overlapped and condensed into a colorful sword shield. Hong! The colorful sword shield was broken, and the 5 people flew out. Fortunately, the sword array did not collapse. What a mysterious sword array! Li Fuchen looked at the sword array in his eyes and admired it. Sword array, can gather the power of people, can attack and defend, everyone in one, is a high-level joint attack technique. Blood God Thorn. Cat head mask people are furious and want to use Blood God Thorn to break the sword array. But this time, he wasn't able to completely use the Blood God Spike. What he sent out was no longer an extremely condensed blood-colored waterfall, but a scattered blood-colored brilliance. The bloody brilliance naturally can't break the sword array. His Blood Dao power is about to get out of control. Elder Lin Kuan overjoyed. The strength of the other party was only a little stronger than him, but with the strength of Blood Dao, it is a level stronger than him. If the power of Blood Dao is out of control, their chances of victory will be greatly increased. How could the others not be aware of this? Azure Billow sword cut. The gorgeous sword brilliance came again, this time with the cat head mask. On the other side, the Blood Dao strength of the centipede mask man also began to be unstable. Unlike the cat head mask, the centipede mask is not a Blood Dao martial artist. Therefore, the power of such a majestic Blood Dao makes him exhausted, and the strength of the increase is not as much as the cat head mask. There's a flaw. Aware of the centipede mask man's blood-light true spirit fluctuations, Li Fuchen's eyes flashed, and the earth-level weapon fragment slammed out. This time, the earth-level weapon fragment penetrated the weakness of the blood-light innate chi and drew a blood mark on the centipede mask. Although the bloodstains are not deep, they finally hurt the centipede mask man. In fact, if it is one-on-one, even if the power of the earth-level weapon is great, it is impossible to hurt the centipede mask, mainly because the centipede mask is not focused enough. One against many wasn't a joke. One's mental state had to keep up. Damn it. The centipede mask man broke out with the power of Blood Dao and blew several people who besieged him. With the level 5 monster beast leather armor, Li Fuchen was just chi and blood boiling, and was not injured. Sucking back the earth-level weapon fragment, Li Fuchen stood on the back of the giant scythe vicious bird, waiting for the opportunity to attack again. 1, 2. In a short period of time, Li Fuchen, with amazing consciousness, repeatedly used the earth-level weapon fragment to hurt the centipede mask man. Let the centipede mask people annoyed, the killing intent of Li Fuchen is stronger than others. Thousand Leaf Demon Hand. Trying to suppress the violent Blood Dao power, the centipede mask man hit a palm toward Li Fuchen. A palm out, a palm shadow superimposed, as if there were 1,000 hands superimposed together, the sky and the earth, all covered by this palm. Heavenly Dipper Realm 9th layer cultivation base, not to say, it is absolute strength, absolute suppression. Not good. When the centipede mask man palm technique was not out, Li Fuchen had already noticed the crisis and let the giant scythe vicious bird fly back in advance. But the centipede mask man's palm momentum is too fast, and it will catch up in a moment. Clear Sky Sword Art. As a last resort, Li Fuchen once again used Clear Sky Sword Art martial mark. At the same time, the The black iron sword chi of clear sky sword art was also mixed with some bronze sword chi strength. If it is in the past, the black iron sword chi and bronze sword chi will be used, and the sword chi will inevitably be dyed black and bronze, but this time, all the sword chi colors are still the color of clear sky sword art. After all, clear sky sword art is the earth-level sword technique. The sword glow with clear splendor spread quickly, and at the same time, an invisible domain strength also spread. Earth-level martial art, containing the power of domain, to a certain extent, can not only limit the enemy's actions, but also weaken the enemy's attack. Crackle and rattle. Li Fuchen's cultivation base is too low after all, and did not use all the trump cards. Clear sky sword art was suddenly broken, and clear sky sword domain collapsed and disintegrated. The remaining palm momentum suddenly exploded on Li Fuchen and Giant Scythe Vicious Bird. At the critical moment, Li Fuchen inspired the strength in the Level 5 Monster Beast Leather Armor. Level 5 Monster Beast Leather Armor, containing Level 5 Monster Beast Bloodline power, otherwise, relying on the defense of the leather armor itself, cannot stop the full blow of Heavenly Dipper Realm Martial Artist. Invisible pressure breaks out. Although the pressure is very light, it makes everyone palpitate, because this is the pressure of Level 5 Monster Beast, equivalent to shedding body realm martial artist. The next moment, a blue Monster Beast Phantom shrouded Li Fuchen, covering the Giant Scythe Vicious Bird. Under the blue Monster Beast Phantom, the Giant Scythe Vicious Bird is a lot more well-behaved, with a trace of awe in his eyes. Layers of superimposed palm momentum, like a boundless tide, suddenly drowned a man and a beast. I don't know how long it took. The palm momentum finally dissipated. Below, a forest was directly wiped out, and the ground sank 3 feet deep. You can imagine how powerful this palm is. As the palm momentum dissipated, Li Fuchen and Giant Scythe Vicious Bird appeared again. Li Fuchen's mouth is bleeding and can't stand it. The injury. However, in comparison, the Giant Scythe Vicious Bird is more miserable. One wing is broken, and there are more than a dozen palm prints. Each palm print breaks its bones and hurts its lungs. This kind of injury, if not treated in time, is basically dead. You find a place to rest first. Li Fuchen took a medicine pill from the storage pouch and stuffed it into the mouth of the Giant Scythe Vicious Bird. Then the figure flashed and left the Giant Scythe Vicious Bird. Giant Scythe Vicious Bird screamed and swallowed the medicine pill. He found a remote place to land and lay motionless on the ground. Not dead. The centipede mask man's face is ugly. The palm of the hand is much stronger than his normal peak palm. According to reason, the ordinary Heavenly Dipper Realm 7th or 8th layer martial artist will be killed by a palm. Worthy is Level 5 Monster Beast Leather Armor. Qin Ming Su Chang and others put the reason on Level 5 Monster Beast Leather Armor. Level 5 Monster Beast Leather Armor, the entire Azure Billow sect has a few pieces, just the blue Monster Beast Phantom. The pressure is amazing, obviously Level 5 Monster Beast Bloodline power. So Li Fuchen can block the Centipede Mask Man's full blow. They do not feel too exaggerated. With a terrifying blow, the Centipede Mask Man's momentum began to fall, and the blood Dao strength in the body began to recoil. For a time, the aura was strong and weak, and it was comparable to before. When it was weak, it was only Heavenly Dipper Realm 6th or 7th layer. The blood Dao strength in his body is starting to recoil. Don't give him time to adjust. Qin Ming and Su Chang teamed up to perform a joint attack technique and blasted it to the Centipede Mask Man. Several other people heard the words, and they also rushed back. Hong hong. As time went by, the Centipede Mask Man's injuries were more and more, and the blood Dao strength in the body was more and more uncontrollable. Clear Sky Sword Art. Just then, Li Fuchen once again issued Clear Sky Sword Art. A layer of invisible domain power enveloped the Centipede Mask Man, making his figure slightly stiff. Qin Ming Su Chang and others seized the opportunity to launch a joint attack. Puff a big mouthful of blood, the Centipede Mask Man was seriously injured in an instant, and the body fell out. "Ho Master, I will go first." The Centipede Mask Man did not care about the Cat Head Mask Man. The body accelerated down, and immediately drilled into the ground, and soon disappeared without a trace. I know he is Senior Elder 1,000 Feet, one of the 5 elders of the 5 Poison Society. An inner sect elder and 5 Poison Society have dealt with each other, and this time they can't help it. 5 Poison Society is the top 3 Demon Dao organizations in Azure Billow sect, with 5 elders. A few years ago, with sufficient intelligence, Azure Billow sect wiped out most of the Demon Dao organizations, including 5 Poison Society. However, the remaining 1,000 feet of the 5 Poison Society has been unable to find a trace, and I didn't expect to meet it here. The 1,000 feet of the Senior Elder is good at drilling, and the survival ability is extremely strong. I can't kill him this time. I don't know when I can kill him next time. Don't worry about the 1,000 feet of the Senior Elder. The urgent matter is to kill this person first. In the eyes of everyone, the cat head mask is the real threat. From the 1,000 feet of the Senior Elder called the Cat Head Mask Hall Master, it can be seen that behind the Cat Head Mask, there must be a great Demon Dao force. I am afraid that the original Azure Billow Sect No. 1 Demon Dao organization is far from comparable. Damn. Cat Head Mask, the face is ugly. He can't think of the 1,000 feet of the Senior Elder will escape. Do you think you can eat the Hall Master? The 10,000 blood bead in the hands of the Cat Head Mask is full of blood, and more blood Dao power flows into its body. He planned to disregard everything and kill everyone. Once he obtained enough myriad blood pearls, he believed that the higher-ups would spend some resources to treat his injuries. Perhaps they would even bestow him with some powerful killing techniques or treasures. The majestic blood Dao power squeezes the vitality and potential of the Cat Head Mask, and gradually, he can't control so much blood Dao power, only 20% to 30%. But he doesn't care, even if it's just a simple outbreak of blood Dao power, it's enough to make him unstoppable. Give me death. A huge blood-colored ball of light broke out, everyone was shocked out, and even the Azure Billow sword array was shattered. No, I can't hold it anymore. Everyone was shocked. They thought that the Cat Head Mask was almost unable to hold it. Now it seems that the other party has not reached the limit. Little Demon Dao Mole, dare to make trouble in my Azure Billow territory, still not dying. Right at this moment, a voice that was like heavenly thunder tore through the sky, and it shook everyone to the point of deafening. It's Supreme Elder. Chapter 330. Elder Liang originally planned to rush to Peaceful Village City, but then Elder Lin Kun sent a message, so he temporarily changed the route. With his Shedding Body Realm cultivation base, it is natural to arrive at the battlefield before Mao Chuhai. Not good, it is Shedding Body Realm martial artist. Cat Head Mask big shock. Even if his strength is increased 10 times, it is impossible to be the opponent of Shedding Body Realm martial artist. Between Heavenly Dipper Realm and Shedding Body Realm, the gap is too big. Not to mention that the other side is definitely not Shedding Body Realm first layer martial artist, at least Shedding Body Realm second layer. Between Shedding Body Realm first layer and Shedding Body Realm second layer, the gap is huge. It is no exaggeration to say that a very monstrous Heavenly Dipper Realm martial artist can kill the enemy in the Heavenly Dipper Realm by 3 levels, but when it comes to Shedding Body Realm, it can't kill the enemy by 1 level. At most, it can only be suppressed. Shedding Body Realm, meaning to be reborn, whether it is the level of life or the level of strength, there will be a qualitative leap. Dead. Elder Liang did not draw the sword, let alone display the 10,000 swords return to Origin's secret technique. I saw his right hand index and middle fingers together, separated by more than 10 miles, stabbing the Cat Head Mask. Puff the Cat Head Mask was under the pressure of Elder Liang's momentum. Whether it was consciousness or physical reaction, it was slow to a level. When it reacted, a fierce sword chi ran through his body. The next moment, the whole person exploded, and the blood mist was diffuse. Is this the Shedding Body Realm martial artist? Li Fuchen has seen the Shedding Body Realm martial artist more than once. But every time he is extremely shocked. Can cultivate to Shedding Body Realm, which is not a stunning person, basically at least 5-star root bone. Li Fuchen can kill more layers in Heavenly Dipper Realm, but when it comes to Shedding Body Realm, it is enough to shock Eastern Lean Continent. After all, everyone used to be heaven's chosen, and the difficulty of killing people is not a little bit. As soon as the cat head mask died, the demon Dao martial artist was leaderless and fled everywhere, but under the pursuit of Azure Billow sect inner sect elder, it was still a piece of death, and only 100 or 200 people escaped. Supreme Elder. When the Cloud and Mist City crisis was resolved, everyone bowed to Elder Liang. Elder Liang called Liang Anmu. He nodded and said, "Tell me about the specific situation." Hearing this, Elder Lin Kun told Liang Anmu everything that had happened. After listening, Liang Anmu looked at Li Fuchen with a smile. "You are very good. This storage bag is rewarded to you." The storage bag in his hand is the cat head mask. As a shedding body realm martial artist, destroying the enemy's body and preserving the storage pouch is still a bit of control. Just now he checked the storage pouch. Although the things in the storage pouch are precious and attractive to the shedding body realm martial artist, but Liang Anmu has meritorious service and cannot be rewarded. The reward is too little. Therefore, Liang Anmu only took out the 10,000 blood bead inside and did not touch the rest of the things. "Thank you, Supreme Elder." Li Fuchen thanked after taking the storage pouch. As a demon Dao Force Hall Master, cat head mask people should have a lot of spirit stone. Li Fuchen is still very happy. "I'm done here. I'll head back first. You guys clean up the battlefield." After saying that, Liang Anmu's figure flashed into the sky. Then, with another flash, he disappeared into the night without a trace. After Liang Anmu left, Li Fuchen opened the storage pouch. "Good guy." Cat head mask. The low-grade spirit stone collected by the cat head mask has hundreds of pieces. Normally, a low-grade spirit stone is enough for a Heavenly Dipper realm low-rank martial artist to cultivate for 3 months. Hundreds of pieces are enough for Heavenly Dipper realm low-rank martial artists to cultivate for about 30 years. This is not a small number. In Azure Billow sect, I am afraid that no one has so many low-grade spirit stones except Shedding Body Realm martial artist. Thinking about it, Li Fuchen still took out 30 low-grade spirit stones. "Elder Lin Kun, you are also working hard. These spirit stones, everyone is divided. 30 low-grade spirit stones. Exactly 3 for each person." Seeing this, Lin Kun and others look happy. How can this be embarrassing? The mouth said so. Everyone is not polite, nimbly took the spirit stone. They are in Azure Billow sect, and there are only a few low-grade spirit stones a year, which are not enough for cultivation, especially Elder Lin Kun, as a Heavenly Dipper realm high-rank martial artist, a low-grade spirit stone, only enough for him to consume 1 month. Sect issued 4 low-grade spirit stones every year. He used up in 4 months. If the low-grade spirit stone is enough, he is sure break through to Heavenly Dipper realm 9th layer within 5 years. All in all, everyone is very satisfied with the action. Although an inner sect elder had died, how could there be no deaths in war? Perhaps one day, they too would die in battle. After cleaning up the battlefield, Elder Lin Kun left with people, and Li Fuchen and Qin Ming Su Chang stayed. From beginning to end, Elder Mao Qiuhai did not have time to come. Cloud and Mist City, people are panicking before the thousands of black-clothed men surrounded Cloud and Mist City. Next, Cloud and Mist City outside the earth-shattering fighting sound, so that Cloud and Mist City people panic. But soon, Cloud and Mist City Lord began to send people to comfort everyone and tell everyone that the enemy has been killed, so that everyone is relieved. But in the next few days, in the restaurant tea house, everyone is still talking about it. There is an ordinary villa on the outskirts of Cloud and Mist City. This villa now belongs to Li Fuchen. Under the tree, Li Fuchen is drinking tea. "I have a lot of cards on my body, but I can't expose them easily. At this stage, my strength is almost Heavenly Dipper realm 3rd or 4th layer. With Clear Sky Sword art martial mark, it can reach the strength of Heavenly Dipper realm 6th or 7th layer, but this is not enough to protect myself. I must improve the cultivation base as soon as possible." He can now come out in the open because Eastern Lean Continent demon Dao forces erupt. Heavenly Fiend's sect can't get out to deal with him. When Heavenly Fiend's sect pulls out, he wants to come out later. But he didn't think about cultivating in Azure Billow sect to Shedding Body realm. The cultivation step by step is not the life he wants, and he has a hunch that it is not safe to stay in Azure Billow sect. The consciousness is amazing, and it is faintly aware of the war clouds over Eastern Lean continent. Before the war breaks out, you must improve your strength as soon as possible. The cultivation step by step, without 10 or 20 years, is almost impossible to cultivate to shedding body realm. I don't know how to use this low-grade spirit stone cultivation. Li Fuchen takes out a bright and transparent stone, which is the low-grade spirit stone. Low-grade spirit stone spiritual qi is restrained, and only a trace of spiritual qi fluctuations is emitted, which makes the heaven and earth origin qi in the courtyard turbulent. Take a deep breath. Li Fuchen revolves true spirit and pours it into the spirit stone. Hua hua hua. As soon as true spirit enters the spirit stone, Li Fuchen's consciousness also follows into the spirit stone. The next moment, Li Fuchen feels that there seems to be a big river in his consciousness. The surging tide is crazy, and it flows into Li Fuchen's body along the meridian of Li Fuchen's palm. What a majestic spiritual qi! Li Fuchen is moved. It is said that a low-grade spirit stone can be absorbed by a Heavenly Dipper Realm low-rank martial artist for 3 months, and Heavenly Dipper Realm low-rank. In fact, there are differences. Heavenly Dipper Realm 3rd layer, only 2 months can be absorbed. Heavenly Dipper Realm 1st layer, it takes more than 3 months to absorb. Of course, this is probably, after all, everyone's cultivation technique realm is different. Some cultivation technique realm high can absorb spirit stone spiritual qi faster. Li Fuchen's true spirit quality is comparable to Heavenly Dipper Realm 1st layer, but true spirit is far less than Heavenly Dipper Realm 1st layer, so if you want to absorb a low-grade spirit stone, it will take at least more than 3 months. Half a year is possible. The meridian came with a sore feeling, and Li Fuchen spent some energy to break the connection with the spirit stone. No wonder Earth Fiend Realm martial artist can't use spirit stone cultivation, just this terrifying spiritual qi frenzy, enough to tear most of the Earth Fiend Realm martial artist's meridian, making it a waste. Although the connection with the spirit stone was broken, the spiritual qi that had entered Li Fuchen within the body stayed and raged within Li Fuchen. Revolves burning heaven true merit, Li Fuchen quickly refining this spiritual qi. After half an hour, Li Fuchen opened his eyes. Worthy is a spirit stone, half an hour time, equivalent to a few days of bitter cultivation, and there is no side effect. It seems to be more natural than absorbing heaven and earth origin qi. Li Fuchen does not know that there are impurities in heaven and earth origin qi. These impurities are inconspicuous at first. After a long time, they accumulate in the body and will evolve into obstacles that affect cultivation. And there are more impurities in medicine pill. If you swallow too many medicine pill, the obstacle will become very strong, so no one is willing to swallow medicine pill in large quantities. Of course, the higher the level of medicine pill, the less impurities, like profound level top-rank medicine pill, the effect is not only excellent, but also very few side effects. In addition, people with high root bone rank are born to filter impurities, which is why people with high root bone rank are extremely fast. In the following days, Li Fuchen used spirit stone cultivation every day, and the cultivation speed was extremely fast. Qin Ming and Su Chang, because they also obtained 3 low-grade spirit stones each, are cultivating, reaching the Heavenly Dipper realm. Every promotion of a realm, the gap is still quite big, the power of the devil is rampant, they are eager to improve the cultivation base strength. Half a month later, buzz. The terrifying and hot aura soared into the sky, and the radius of hundreds of meters was shrouded in this aura. Fortunately, it is the suburbs, otherwise, it is necessary to disturb the residents of Cloud and Mist City. Breakthrough! Qin Ming and Su Chang opened their eyes and revealed a smile and admiration. Before Li Fuchen broke through, even if he did not activate Earth-level martial mark, his own strength was so strong. After the breakthrough, the strength was only afraid of being stronger. Maybe it would not take long for them to be left behind. The breakthrough is naturally Li Fuchen. With the help of Spirit Stone, half a month, he finally broke through the bottleneck and stepped into the Earth Fiend Realm 9th layer realm. However, to be honest, the improvement of a realm is not very big for his strength. After all, His current strength is corresponding to Heavenly Dipper Realm. At Earth Fiend Realm, he can fight 2 realms. At Heavenly Dipper Realm, he can only fight 1 realm. So the cultivation base reached the Earth Fiend Realm 9th layer realm, Lifuchen's strength, only about half a layer, and true spirit is thicker. The improvement in strength is not much, but the basic qualities in all aspects have improved a lot. I don't know how many times I can go to Star Road now. Before, Lifuchen broke through the 7th level in Star Road's secret realm, and he couldn't hold on to the 8th Star Road after 100 steps. Chapter 331. Hong. A few days after Lifuchen broke through, a more powerful aura shrouded the villa, covering a few miles around the villa. Is Elder Su Chang? Lifuchen smiled at the corner of his mouth. Elder Su Chang used to be a Heavenly Dipper Realm 5th layer cultivation base, and now it is a Heavenly Dipper Realm 6th layer cultivation base. Su Chang, congratulations. Elder Qin Ming came to congratulate Su Chang. Su Chang laughed and said, "It's not easy, it's stuck in the Heavenly Dipper Realm 5th layer realm for 5 years." Qin Ming nodded. "Now you and I are both Heavenly Dipper Realm 6th layer realm, and the Maelstrom joint attack technique is not only more powerful, but also more perfect. Whether it is a joint attack technique or a sword array, the cultivation base is at the same realm to really exert its power. Unless it is some joint attack technique or sword array that needs to be dominated. Eastern Lean Continent, most areas are occupied by sect, but there are also many areas that belong to sect forbidden area, such as Monster and Demon 10 territories. Blood Demon Territory, one of the Monster and Demon 10 territories. In the easternmost part of this region, there was an ordinary gray plain. Thousands of feet below the gray plain was an incomparably huge karst cave. The karst cave is accessible in all directions, and I don't know where to go. In the center of the karst cave, there is a blood pool, and the blood pool is sitting on a majestic old man wrapped in endless blood chi. Lord Blood Ancestor, here is a new batch of blood beads. A middle-aged man with a cultivation base of shedding body realm came in and said respectfully, "How many?" The majestic old man did not open his eyes and said indifferently. The middle-aged man said, "A high-level million blood bead, intermediate-level million blood bead, low-level million blood bead 1200. If there is a sect shedding body realm martial artist here, I will be furious when I hear the middle-aged man. High-level million blood bead, you need to absorb the blood essence of millions of people to condense successfully. Intermediate-level million blood bead is 100,000 people, low-level million blood bead is 10,000 people. In other words, in order to get this batch of million blood beads, this demon Dao force at least 30 million people. Although Eastern Lean Continent has a large population, even Azure Billow territory has a population of nearly 1 billion, some large territories, the population reaches billions, the total population is more than 100 billion, but 30 million people is still a shocking number. It was enough to infuriate any hot-blooded person. Moreover, this was only a single batch. Who knew how many people the demonic path had slaughtered so far? Perhaps it was over 100 million, and as time passed, the number would only become more and more exaggerated. It's a little less this time. The blood energy on the majestic old man's body surged. Hearing this, the middle-aged man trembled. The blood ancestor was at the peak of the reincarnation realm and was only one step away from the battle spirit realm. Although he was also at the reincarnation realm, a finger from the blood ancestor was enough to consign him to eternal damnation. Lord Blood Ancestor, now that the sects have begun to guard against us, the speed at which we obtain the myriad blood pearls has slowed down a lot. The middle-aged man explained. The blood ancestor opened his eyes and glared at the middle-aged man. In an instant, the middle-aged man felt as if he had fallen into a sea of blood. Countless blood corpses flew out from the sea of blood, roaring and clawing at him. Blood ancestor, I was wrong. The middle-aged man quickly knelt down, his body drenched in sweat. The blood ancestor closed his eyes and said indifferently, "Put in more effort, or I won't mind turning you into a blood corpse." "Yes, I understand." The middle-aged man stood up and retreated. When the middle-aged man left, the blood pool below blood ancestor, the blood water tumbled, and a blood-colored figure drilled out. Roughly, there are at least 1,000 of them. Among them, there are several blood-colored figures. The body exudes a strong blood chi fluctuations, clearly reached the shedding body realm, and the remaining blood-colored figures, at least heavenly dipper realm aura. Opening the storage bag, the blood ancestor took out the myriad blood pearls and threw them. Voila! The blood pool was boiling, and all the blood figures were fighting. The strongest blood figures were disdainful of the low-class myriad blood pearls and desperately fought for the middle-class myriad blood pearls. In a short moment, more than 1,000 myriad blood pearls were snatched. Immediately, these blood figures sank into the blood pool and seemed to be digesting the blood Dao power in the myriad blood pearls. Among you, I wonder who can advance to Class 5 high tier? The blood ancestor grinned. As he spoke, there was another myriad blood pearl in his hand. This myriad blood pearl was a high-class myriad blood pearl, but he was reluctant to give it to the blood corpse. This myriad blood pearl was used to increase his own blood Dao power. As for the middle-class and low-class myriad blood pearls, they were already useless to him. In the center of the blood demon territory, there was a group of blood-colored castles. The inside of the central blood-colored castle was empty and deep. In the main seat, a tall blood demon was sitting there. This demon's aura was extremely tyrannical, and it seemed to be a bit stronger than the blood ancestor. There were blood-colored spikes on his body, and his eyes were shining with scarlet light. My son, that old blood ancestor, did he send the myriad blood pearl over? The blood-colored fiend asked the smaller blood-colored fiend below. This blood demon also had spikes on his body, but the spikes were much less, and the color was much lighter. He replied, "Father, not yet. This old guy needs to be beaten. Send a message to him. From now on, I want 30% of the myriad blood pearl he obtains. Otherwise, get him out of my blood demon territory." Blood demon coldly snorted, and the terrifying demonic sound made the smaller blood demon below somewhat unbearable. His father. The smaller blood demon quickly withdrew from the hall. Human beings are really delicious. This eastern lean continent should be controlled by us demon. All humans are just livestock. Blood demon's right hand was bloody, and in the huge iron cage on the side, an earth fiend realm martial artist was sucked out. Blood demon opened his mouth and bit off the head of the earth fiend realm martial artist, and blood splashed. Cultivation base broke through to the earth fiend realm 9th layer. Li Fuchen clearly felt that the speed of comprehend burning heaven sword technique was faster, and a terrifying strength was brewing. Burning heaven sword intent seed has been born, but I don't know when it will grow into a towering tree. If sword intent initial formation is a small tree, sword intent is a big tree, and sword intent perfection is a towering tree. Before sword intent initial formation, it is just sword intent seed, which cannot increase the power of the sword technique. But as long as sword intent seed is formed, comprehending sword intent is only a matter of time. Just as Li Fuchen guarded Cloud and Mist City, a major event that shocked Eastern Lean Continent happened. The Long River Zone, the White Mountain Zone, the Golden Light Zone, and the other 3 zones fell one after another within a month. The upper echelons of the sects all died tragically. Only a small portion of the rest escaped and joined other sections. These 6 territories have one thing in common, that is, they are close to the Monster and Demon 10 territories. And the occupation of these 6 territories is the Monster and Demon 10 territories of the Monster and Demon 10 territories, Tiger Demon territory and Horned Demon territory. The owner of the Monster and Demon territory is a level 5 apex monster beast mountain shaking elephant. It is said that this elephant has a trace of King Beast Mountain pulling elephant's bloodline. The strength is tyrannical. There were 5 shedding body realm high-rank martial artists who teamed up to besiege this elephant, but they were seriously injured by this elephant. If it was not for this elephant's slow speed, it would be dead. As for the master of the Tiger Demon territory, it was also a peak level 5 demonic beast, the Devil Pattern Tiger. However, no one knew what kind of demon treasure this tiger had swallowed, causing its body to mutate. At the same time, it possessed the characteristics of a demonic beast and a demon, and its strength was much stronger than an ordinary peak level 5 demonic beast. Unlike the owner of the previous 2 territories, the owner of the horned demon territory is a pure demon. The strength of demon is innately powerful. And in the same level, there is no low rank, middle rank, high rank, and apex. The weakest level 5 demon, the strength is more than level 5 apex monster beast, and only the mountain-shaking elephant with a trace of king beast bloodline or the body-mutated magic pattern tiger can compete with level 5 demon. Of course, everything has its advantages and disadvantages. Demon is tyrannical, but it is too difficult to upgrade a level. Monster territory and tiger demon territory have a large number of level 5 monster beast. But the level 5 demon territory in the horned demon territory adds up to 3. These 3 demon territories, each occupying the territory of 2 sects, once the news came out, it shook the continent, including the top 10 apex were urgently mobilized. If there is a first time, there must be a second time. Once the monster and demon 10 territories are not stopped, the monster and demon 10 territories will inevitably occupy more sect territories. The 100 battle region has a 100 sect mountain. On the 100 sect mountain, there is a 100 sect grand hall. This 100 sect grand hall is a sacred place for the sect masters to gather. In the past 100 years, the sect masters have held a meeting here, and this is the second time in 100 years. Inside the 100 sect grand hall, there is a giant rectangular stone table. On both sides of the stone table, there are dozens of stone chairs. The sect masters, according to the strength of the sect, sit in order. And in front of the stone table, there are 10 golden stone chairs. On the golden stone chairs sat the heads of the top 10 apex forces, sect masters. Azure Water Sect Master Ouyang Wenyan is also there, but the Azure Water Sect is only a third-rate sect, and its position is at the back. Heaven Fiend Sect is a second-rate sect, so Li Xietian's position is slightly higher. Right now, in the 100 sect Grand Hall, it is silent. Everyone is waiting for the 10 people on the golden stone chairs to speak. The first to speak was Thunder God Sect's Sect Master Situ Shua. This person was Situ Lei's grandfather. As a high-leveled reincarnation realm martial artist, Situ Shua swept his gaze around and spoke slowly. The closing of the mystic martial hidden domain is a good thing for us, but it is also a bad thing. Back then, a Class 5 demon killed the personal disciple of the 7th mystic martial expert and was killed by the 7th mystic martial expert. It had shocked the demonic 10 regions. Now that the mystic martial hidden domain has closed, the demonic 10 regions might no longer coexist peacefully with us. Therefore, this time, we can either fight or take a step back and give up those 6 regions that have already been invaded. Of course, this is the bottom line. If they wish to invade more regions, we can only fight. As the sect master of the Thunder God sect, although Situ Shua didn't want to start a war with the monster and demon 10 regions, he didn't want to retreat even more. Those who weren't of the same race had different intentions. Once the monster and demon 10 regions obtained more regions, there would be less and less land for humans to live in. Sect Master Situ is right. We can give up the 6 domains that we have occupied. This is our final bottom line. The Palace Master of 3 Absolute Palace also spoke. I agree. I agree. The leaders of the top 10 Apex forces all agreed. The various Apex forces and sect masters naturally agreed too. Welcome to Legends of Cultivation audiobooks, where we bring ancient fantasy to life through storytelling. Follow the rise of heroes who defy fate, unlock mystical powers, and battle across celestial realms. Our audiobooks are crafted for fans of Chinese cultivation novels, filled with battles, breakthroughs, and legendary artifacts. Subscribe and be part of an unforgettable journey into the realm of immortality.